Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. We all know that feeling of excitement when a trip is just around the corner. You've packed your bags, booked your flights, and you're dreaming of that perfect getaway. But what if I told you that a few simple mistakes at the check-in counter could throw a massive wrench in your plans before you even leave? Today, we're diving into the 5 most common check-in blunders that could seriously ruin your trip, and more importantly, how you can avoid them. Trust me, you'll want to stick around for these tips. They could save you a ton of time, money, and stress. So let's get right into it. Blunder number 1. Forgetting to check in online. Seriously, in this day and age, this is a rookie mistake. But you'd be surprised how many people forget. Airlines open online check-in 24 to 48 hours before the flight. Doing this is your golden ticket to a smoother airport experience. Why? First, it confirms your spot on the flight. In cases of overbooking, those who haven't checked in are often the first to get bumped. Imagine showing up to the airport only to be told there's no room for you. Second, it saves you a massive amount of time. Instead of waiting in that long, snaking queue at the check-in desk, you can often just head straight to the bag drop. Or if you're traveling with only a carry-on, you can waltz right to security. Many airlines even charge a hefty fee if you force them to check you in at the airport counter. It's their way of nudging you towards the digital age. So, set a reminder on your phone. Do it on your lunch break. Whatever it takes. Check in online as soon as it opens. Alright, moving on to blunder number 2. Ignoring baggage weight and size limits. This one is a classic trip ruiner and a massive money pit. Every airline has strict rules about the weight and dimensions of both your checked luggage and your carry-on. And they are not shy about enforcing them. We've all seen that person at the check-in counter frantically repacking their suitcase on the floor, trying to shift heavy items into their backpack to avoid a ridiculous excess baggage fee. It's stressful, it's embarrassing, and it's completely avoidable. Before you even start packing, go to your airline's website, find the baggage allowance page and read it carefully. Note the limits for both weight and size. Invest in a small, inexpensive luggage scale. It's a game changer. Weigh your bags at home, leaving a little wiggle room for any souvenirs you might buy. And don't forget about your carry-on. Some budget airlines are incredibly strict about carry-on size and will make you check it at the gate for an even higher fee if it doesn't fit in their sizer. Don't let a few extra pounds in your suitcase cost you a fancy dinner at your destination. Now for our third common blunder, having incorrect or expired travel documents. This is the big one, the mistake that can stop your trip dead in its tracks before it even begins. You absolutely cannot fly internationally without a valid passport, and for many countries, it needs to be valid for at least 6 months after your planned departure date from that country. This is a rule that trips up so many travelers. They look at their passport, see it doesn't expire for another 3 or 4 months, and think they're fine. They are not. You could be denied boarding on the spot, so months before you book anything, check your passport's expiration date. Also, research the visa requirements for your destination. Do you need one? How long does it take to get? Some e-visas are quick, but others can take weeks or even months. Don't assume anything. Double-check everything. Make sure the name on your ticket is an exact match to the name on your passport. No nicknames, no shortened versions. A simple typo could lead to a world of trouble. I recommend taking photos of your passport, visa, and flight confirmations and saving them on your phone and to a cloud service. Having digital backups can be a lifesaver. Okay, let's talk about blunder number 4. Not arriving at the airport early enough. I know, nobody likes waiting around at the airport. You want to maximize your sleep or your time at home, but cutting it too close is a gamble you don't want to take. The old rule of arriving 2 hours early for a domestic flight and 3 hours for an international one still holds true. And sometimes you might even need more. Think about it. You have to account for traffic on the way to the airport, long lines at the bag drop, unbelievably slow security queues. And then the long walk to your gate, which always seems to be at the furthest end of the terminal. If you miss the check-in or bag drop deadline, which can be 45 to 90 minutes before departure, the airline has no obligation to help you. You could lose your ticket and have to buy a new, last-minute flight at an astronomical price. The stress of sprinting through the airport, hearing your name being called for final boarding, is just not worth it. Arrive early, grab a coffee, relax, and start your vacation on a calm, positive note. A little extra time at the gate is infinitely better than watching your plane push back without you. And finally, we've arrived at blunder number 5. Not knowing your terminal and airline details. Big international airports can be like small cities, with multiple terminals that are often miles apart and connected by trains or shuttle buses. Showing up at the wrong terminal can be a catastrophic, time-consuming mistake. Imagine you finally made it through traffic. You unload your bags, and then you realize your airline is in a completely different building on the other side of the airport. The panic is real. Before you even leave for the airport, double-check your flight confirmation. It will clearly state the airline and the departure terminal. Don't just assume it's the main international terminal. Many airlines, especially budget carriers, might operate out of smaller separate terminals. It's also a good idea to know your flight number. When you get to the airport and look at the big departure boards, knowing your flight number is the quickest way to find your check-in desk number and gate information. These little details seem so basic, but in the chaotic environment of a busy airport, having them ready and confirmed in your mind makes everything so much smoother and prevents that initial wave of confusion and panic. So, there you have it. 5 common check-in blunders that can turn your dream vacation into a travel nightmare. Let's do a quick recap. 1. Always check in online as soon as you can. 2. Weigh and measure your luggage at home to avoid crazy fees. 3. Ensure your passport and visas are valid and your ticket name matches perfectly. 4. Give yourself plenty of extra time at the airport, more than you think you need. And 5. Know your terminal and flight details before you even leave the house. By avoiding these simple mistakes, you're setting yourself up for a smooth, stress-free start to your journey. After all, your vacation should start the moment you lock your front door, not after you've navigated a minefield of preventable problems at the airport. I hope these tips help you on your next adventure. If you have any of your own check-in horror stories or pro tips to share, please drop them in the comments below. I'd love to read them, and you might just help out another fellow traveler. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on more travel tips and tricks. Thanks for watching, and happy travels.